Hmm. Well, hello everyone, sports fans, Chiefs Kingdom. This is Calnex Baker TV here. So time for another prediction video. As it's this Monday night, we have the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the New Orleans Saints on Monday Night Football, and well, we are 4-0, undefeated, still one of just two remaining teams left in the NFL, along with the Minnesota Vikings, in which I don't think many people expected the Vikings, to be 4-0 at this point. But yeah, what a season they're having so far. The Vikings playing uh, across season London, England tomorrow against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. So, and well, for the Chiefs, we're 4-0, coming off another nail biting win last week against the LA Chargers, but the big news was our top wide receiver, Rashee Rice, out with a knee injury and possibly out for the rest of the season, as it's rumored that he might have a torn ACL. Now, nothing is actually official, but uh, it's feared that Rashee might have torn his ACL in that game last Sunday, and it did not look good. He was carted off the field. That was in the first quarter, and it was already ruled out for the rest of the game. So, we knew it obviously was not a good looking injury. And then Andy Reid said in an interview that the update of the injury, that it was not good. And yeah, so could be out for the rest of the season. And if so, that's a huge loss. We are already without Isaiah Pacheco, and of course already without Hollywood Brown for the rest of the regular season. So this team is banged up, but somehow still finding ways to win. It's mainly been by our defense. Our defense has been outstanding so far these first 4 games of the year. Came up clutch in week 3 against the Falcons, and then did very good last week against the Chargers. So, and we are facing a Saints team, of course, led by longtime Las Vegas Raiders quarterback Derek Carr, now in his second year with New Orleans, and is having a very good season so far. And the Saints in the first 2 games this season against Carolina and Dallas scored 40 plus points in both games. And I believe almost set a record for the most points ever scored in the first 2 games of a season. But then in their third game, they only scored, I think, 13 points, but they are still having a very solid year after missing out on the playoffs last year. They came up just short, and yeah, and they are playing like a playoff team so far this season. They've lost 2 straight, lost in overtime last Sunday to the Falcons, and yeah, Derek Carr having a solid season. And we've obviously faced Derek Carr many times when he was with the Raiders, and yeah, as Derek Carr's the first 2 games of the season looking like he was going to be the MVP of the league. And Saints also led by star running back Alvin Kamara, who has 5 touchdowns, which is tied for the most in the league, 5 rushing touchdowns, including in week 2 against the Cowboys, had 4 touchdowns total, and almost 200 yards from scrimmage in that game. So he's been one of the best running backs in the league ever since he came into the league, Alvin Kamara. Also led by second-year receiver Chris Olave. Well, actually in his third year now, Chris Olave, and wide receiver Rashid Shaheed. So it's a Saints team averaging about 25 points per game. So they are off to a solid start to this season. So, but won't be easy. And yeah, so Chiefs now have 4 notable players on the IR, as Rashee Rice just placed on IR, so he'll be out for at least the next 4 games. And yeah, so still don't know the result of his injury, if it's a torn ACL or not. So, but yeah, man, it's a huge loss. So, but at least we have now Xavier Worthy, who basically is now our new wide receiver one, with these injuries. Also, we'll be getting back for the first time this year, running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire in this game. He actually is listed as doubtful for this game, so means a good chance that unfortunately he won't play. He has not played yet this season, as he's on the non-football illness list. And Edwards-Helaire, who basically has been the second string running back the past 2 years, after being drafted in the first round of 2020, had just 223 yards rushing last year and then 300 the year before. So, and just 10 games in 2021 and 22. So, yeah, he's now on a platoon role. So, but yeah, so, really just hope that, Mahomes can have a nice, clean game without any interceptions. He's thrown 5 so far this season. He's thrown 1 in every game. Mahomes has an interception in every game this season, unfortunately, but we still find ways to win. So, and yeah, and our defense has been outstanding so far. It's been one of the reasons why we are 4-0. Travis Kelce had a big game last week, his first big performance of the season, as he had been up to a very slow start for the first 3 games. So, anyway, then after this game, we will be on our bye week, and we will not be back in action until 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from Sunday, the 15th, or rather the 20th of October. That'll be against the San Francisco 49ers, a rematch of last year's Super Bowl, and it'll be in San Francisco, so that's a huge game. And yeah, San Francisco, another team that's banged up, a lot of injuries, so see how that one will go. So, and then our next home game, we will not be back at home until after this game against New Orleans. Our next home game won't be until week 9, which ironically is also on a Monday night again. So we'll have 2 Monday night games this year, both at home and both against NFC South teams, the Saints, and then in week 9, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, anyway, score prediction, picking the Chiefs to win this one. I'm going to say 24-20. I think it's going to be another close game. So, and yeah, so hopefully our defense can step up again. So, anyway, till Monday night, Counter saying go Chiefs.